it's the Ranny Duck and welcome back for another video. And today we've got 3 replays to show you in the Tier 9 Soviet tech tree tank destroyer, the Object 704. And as the video title will tell you, this is the games leading up to and where I achieved the 3rd mark of excellence. If you want to see the crew and equipment setup I'm choosing to run in the Object 704, you can see that at the bottom of the screen as I speak. But we are platooned up here with our power Davfel in the French tech tree heavy tank, and we have 1 enemy artillery to contend with and 1 enemy light tank here on El Main. So initially for this game we're going to go and try and play more as a traditional tank destroyer, at least for the start of this replay, where we're going to get ourselves into sort of the ridge lines in the sort of H12 area, where we can potentially shoot the enemy tanks if they get spotted in the sort of E12 area. So with Davfel moving up, he's probably going to go and spot for us, and hopefully if any tanks try and overextend to shoot him or shoot our tanks in the sort of G12 area, we can potentially get some shots, and if we can get some early damage in, it's going to really help to go towards our mark of excellence with this big 750 Alpha boomstick here. So we're looking to get a shot into this Tier 9 Conqueror. We wasn't able to pen his cupola there, always going to be a risky shot, but we went for it anyway. Now hopefully it looks like this Conqueror may turn, because he's got quite a few tanks looking at him. He does turn his turret, which exposes the side of his turret, and we're able to get that slim shot in, getting us across on the damage board, picking up that nice early 700 damage. But as you can see on the map, it kind of looks like our team have played very aggressively, and it also looks like there's not that much contesting us this side. The majority of the enemy team have actually pushed on the opposite side of the map, so I do need to push forward a little bit more aggressively now if I'm going to try and keep up with the damage in this game. So we've kind of won this area. A lot of tanks, as you can see, have got spotted in the D sort of 8-9 area. I'm kind of thinking we may end up losing that side just because the enemy team do greatly outnumber us over there. So at some point I'm probably going to have to come back to try and defend the base. And maybe if I push into the centre of the map, I might be able to get some damage on the tanks when they cross towards our cap circle. Now I am risking it with this cross. If I get spotted here, there is 2 enemy medium tanks in the left hand side in the middle. If I get spotted, I could end up eating some damage, could get shot by the enemy artillery crossing or any nasty TDs which are not spotted. But I felt like I needed to be quite aggressive. Now there is a 1-shot enemy light tank here, and I may actually get the smallest opportunity to take him out. We've confirmed the kill on the enemy light tank, which is nice, picking up our first kill of the game. Also putting us under about 1400 damage. I'm going to try and kill this enemy Draugr now before he escapes. I am able to just squeeze that shot in, confirming our 2nd kill of the game, and putting this on to, well, just shy of 2000 damage now, and into a 10 versus 12. So as you can, as I said earlier, most of the team are going to start to appear near our cap circle or go that way. So I want to put myself into a position where I can try and maybe actually spot these tanks, because then I might be able to pick up a bit of assistance. If I get that assistance damage, it's going to greatly make it easier for that mark. If I get lucky and just spot something and pick up 1000 assistance, that's like over a shot of damage, and it just makes life easier. But I think most of these tanks are actually getting spotted by our medium, who's already pushed up, and I'm starting to think the problem I've got here is I have pushed quite aggressively. Main concern is the enemy artillery when I get detected, but I wanted to pick up a shot of damage. I do actually pick up another kill. I think all my shots have pretty much picked up kills here. Now we're on 3 kills, 2300 damage, but right on cue the enemy artillery is looking to fire upon our location, and this is just not going to end too well for me. But I did manage to pick up some assistance, so I got 800 assistance, got about 2000 damage, but I want to actually get out there now. We're actually losing the game at the moment, which it's kind of good for me because I kind of want to go down a few tanks. It means the damage lasts a little bit longer. And what I'm hoping to do is get up into this ridge in front of me, because then I can shoot these enemy heavies which are poking around. I just kind of need those tanks to stay healthy for us able to shoot them, because I will be able to get myself into a location to shoot those tanks. But a lot of them have lost hit points already, so they are not a great deal of hit points over there. There is that enemy medium there. Hopefully I can try get a juicy shot into him, but I do want to get up onto this ridge so that I don't get spotted out in the open. I need to get some cover here. As I'm making my advance, unfortunately some of these tanks have lost hit points. Maybe I should have gone from here at the start, you know, and I probably would have got a few more shots in. But there's still, you know, 8 tanks remaining. There's still enough hit points left for us to get this little bit of extra damage. So I'm going to try and find a shot here on this enemy heavy. Unfortunately, he is hull down to us. Unless he peaks this ridge line, I'm not going to be able to get a shot in. But I'm just going to stay patient now and wait, because it's a 6 versus 8. I know there is tanks near our base. This enemy heavy does thankfully oblige this enemy IS-3, and he pokes high enough for us to be able to land a shot in, picking up our 4th shot of damage there. There's a 1-shot enemy medium tank. I'm going to hopefully try and finish him off if I can before he gets to this dip. Unfortunately, although I do actually connect with that shot, I get unlucky and actually bounce the side of the medium. So just a little bit unfortunate there. Otherwise, I would have picked up my 5th shot of 5th kill there and another shot of damage. But so far, 3,000 damage, 800 assistance. Right now, I just need to land like another 2 full pens, and that will put me in a good position to potentially move up slightly in my mark. I do have the kill shot on this enemy TD here. Annoyingly though, he's got literally no hit points, but we do pick up the kill anyway. Picking up our 5th kill of the game, bringing us to 3,000 damage with our 6th pen. And there's 2 enemy tanks detected now going for our cap circle. Again, both of them pretty much have no hit points remaining. This tank has 400, might be able to squeeze in the kill shot there on the ME257. We do, that actually confirms our 6th kill, confirming the Top Gun medal. 4 tanks remaining. Enemy R2 is looking to shoot us, but a rather tough time of it. We manage to hide behind this little rock here. So we lose our spot, and now we're going to go and try and finish off the tank here for our 7th kill, albeit he literally has no hit points, his enemy Tiger Mouse there. But we pick up the 7th kill nonetheless. 3 tanks remaining. I guess it's possible to get a pulse. I guess I'm thinking pretty unlikely at this point, unless we can get over there in time. We have 2 medium tanks literally fighting over there. Well, we have a medium and a TD over there. Our TD actually does get taken out, bringing us back to a 3 versus 3. And I'm just trying to get across the map. I haven't really had a huge game in the sense of damage, mainly because like most of the tanks we've shot have literally had like 100 hit points left. So like if they're all full health, we would have had quite a lot of damage here, but we're on about 3,600 damage with 7 kills. Thankfully we have got that assistance, that 1,100 assistance buffer. Our friendly medium gets shut down there, leaving us into a 2 versus 3 here. And yeah, one of them being the enemy artillery, but both me and Davfell at this stage are fairly healthy, so the hit points are actually on our side, albeit we have 1 tank left, but they do have the enemy artillery, the enemy fun police, so that is something we're going to have to potentially concern ourselves with here. I'm going to try and move up this ridge because Davfell's going to move in. Maybe if we spot some of the targets, I'll be able to get a shot in. I think one of the tanks is an enemy brass, I believe, and obviously the brass is going to be a little bit of a nightmare to spot. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have shots on this medium here, this enemy Star Child, unless he continues to push. I probably should wait undetected, because when I poke this ridge, I'm just going to get detected, and then R2 is going to try and give me a shot. But I wanted to see if I could squeeze in the kill shot for my 8th kill. Unfortunately, I don't have the opportunity, and the enemy artillery is looking to shoot us here. Looks like he's probably going to land a shot. He does, thankfully for me though, he doesn't full pen, he just spashes me. Barras has shot 1 at me. Maybe I can get the kill shot on this Barras here, but unfortunately he's behind these buildings there, and I don't really have the shot. Now, they are destructible cover, but I don't think I'll be able to go all the way through the building and hit him on the other side there, because I think it'll take 2 shots to actually destroy the building. Looking to get the kill shot onto the Star Child there. Missed the shot. Davfell does slap him, putting him onto a 1 shot here. I'm just waiting to see if he continued his push, because if he did, I'll be able to get some shots into him. Enemy artillery gets detected. I think he is below a ridge line. And now I'm thinking I need to close the distance a little bit more. I think the only concern, well, the main concern I've got is the Brass, because he can outspot me. And also, as he gets behind me, bear in mind I'm a turretless tank destroyer. It'd be difficult for me to turn. That is why I run the clutch brake in though, it just helps a little bit with the turn mode, the turning of the tank. I'm going to try and pop up and try and get a shot into this enemy Star Child, who is a one shot to us. If he leaves, if Davville spots him leaving, I might be able to get a shot in. Bear in mind there is also a Barras in this building, but the Barras has got detected actually. He's just around this low ground. He's shot, I think, both shells, but definitely at least one. So he can't kill me. He doesn't know I'm coming, so he actually can't escape now. I know I've got the kill at this point, which is good. Just need to make sure I don't miss the shot. We pick up our 8th kill, putting us into 4,100 damage. 2 tanks remaining. There is actually a opportunity to pick up the Paul's medal here. Unfortunately, Davville killed the Star Child. He needed to because the Star Child was going to clip him, so that's completely fine. But we're not able to get the Paul's medal now. It's just the enemy artillery. He literally has no hit points left, so we're not going to lose this game because there's no way we're going to let him shotgun both of us. We just need to get close enough together so that one of us goes in. If he does shotgun us, it doesn't really make a difference. The other one will kill him. He's literally on 1% of hit points. He's probably got like 200, 300 hit points left. But I would like to get the 9th kill nonetheless. And I'm going to move in just to try and top up that little bit of damage here. And then that should bring us close this game. So we know the artillery is in the sort of A456 area. Unless he's just completely ran, which I'm hoping he's not, because it'd be annoying to chase him down. It does get spotted to our right. As you can see, he is, a one shot. Now he's fired, which is going to allow me enough time to close the distance here to pick up the kill. He may just about be reloaded the time I get there and got round the corner. It's going to be close, but again, as I said, I'm just going to risk it. I don't think he'll shotgun me, but if he does, Davville will finish him off anyway. I might as well go in and pick up that last 9th kill. We do pick up the 9th kill, bringing us an end to replay number 1, but with 2 more replays to come, so let's see how we got on with this one. We get 9 kills, 4,000 damage, 1,000 assistance, confirming the ace tanker there. Let's move on to replay number 2. Okay, so here we are for replay number 2. This time we are on a city map. We are on Safe Haven. Now it is tier 10 matchmaking, but we have no enemy artillery to contend with, and also no enemy light tanks. So it's team destruction as well, so we don't have to worry about the cap circle. And initially I've decided that I'm actually going to go and try and play the sort of Docklands at the start, and just even get in a fight with enemy heavy tanks. And there is a position on this bridge where I can actually get potential shots into the corner of the sort of Dockland building on the left. So I'm just going to wait patiently, because quite often some tanks will try and cross to get that position, and I want to see if I can get a juicy shot in to start my game off. I just need to be patient and hope that happens. As you can see, I am pretty holed down here. Like, I'm hiding at all my lower plate, so I can get into safety pretty quickly, and I'm not exposing a lot of my armour for tanks to shoot at. We do get a nice connection shot on that enemy E100 that crosses. We do get spotted for it, but we can quickly pull back behind this little container here to keep ourselves safe whilst we try and get undetected. Pull back again, and now we're playing the patient game at the start. We just want to get some initial early damage in. I suspect at some point this E100 will try and poke out to try and get shots at our friendly teammates, and then I want to get another shot in, whilst that happens. So he does do so. He kind of tries a side scrape, but he overextends a little bit too much, and we're able to get a juicy shot in. That puts us on to 1,500 damage now. Now I'm kind of thinking, well, I'll wait just in case he pokes again and we can pick up the kill shot. I don't know if he will poke though for for a third time, so I may have to move forward. I'm just having a little scan on the enemy tanks, and I am going to take this opportunity now to move forward. Otherwise I think I'm going to miss out on damage. You can see Davville's already pushed up alongside the other side of the map, so together we can create some angles. I'm going to try and go in through this warehouse here to see if we can confirm the kill on the E100. At this point I am still full health. Jag Tiger gets taken out. I imagine this E100 is going to get taken out soon. I'm going to see if we can get a juicy shot into this T32 here, maybe track him in place. We do get a big shot in, put us into 2,300 damage. Just pull back for safety somewhat. We've still got a lot of time. We actually track that enemy T32 and we pick up the tiniest amount of track assistance. But we're going to push across, and we hope our friendly tanks on the left, they take out the E100, which allows me to cross for free and try and get into the damage which is on these 2 heavy tanks over on this bridge line. Because once we've killed those 2 heavy tanks, the rest of the tanks are all on their ridge lines in the sort of J K line. So I want to move forward. We're going to try and get a shot into this T32 if we can. He's behind cover, so we opt to go for the shot, which is going to give us more hit points. We put ourselves on more damage, sorry, and we can put us on to 3,000 damage here. It'd be nice if we can get another juicy shot in. I'm actually going to have to turn to kill his T32 because he's face hugging our friendly E4. Should be able to get an easy shot into him, picking up our first kill of the game, putting us into 3,600. And the French enemy heavy tank gets shut down by our E100. So now the rest of the tanks, I know where they are. They're in their ridge line. Now at this point I'm thinking, you know, I don't think our light tanks, we don't have any light tanks. If I can just try and get to the ridge line, right, I'll be able to spot them, keep them detected, and that's when I can get that assistance damage coming in, and that's going to really help for my mark of excellence. So I'm hoping to get underneath this ridge line without getting detected until I'm on the ridge line, because then it means they can't shoot me unless they overextend. And I've already sort of communicated with Davil, my platoon mate there, so he's going to cover me basically, and anything which tries to peek, anything which I spot, he's going to be able to get the juicy shots in. We missed a shot on Centurion though, but we do pick up the assistance damage. Hori's trying to shoot us, but once we've got to this ridge line, Hori's not going to be able to shoot us anymore without running the risk of taking damage from all my teammates below. So this is a good location to be in now, and I've got a good sense that I'm going to pick up assistance damage. I'm just trying to keep them all detected. There is the enemy Death Star, who, you know, I'm kind of concerned he's just going to come full send over this ridge, but that's why I need to keep him, you know, detected, so he can't just do it without getting shot by my teammates, you know, because now if he comes over me, he would have to eat it for my team, and the likelihood is, if our teammate took a couple of shots into him, I'll finish him off before he's even able to kill me. We put a big juicy shot into that Centurion there, putting us into 4,300 damage. We do eat a shot off the Hori, who's actually platooned with this Death Star. But we pick up assistance for it. Now Death Star, he's coming for me. He does not like me, does he? But thankfully for me, you know, he ends up throwing his tank away doing that, putting us onto 5,000 damage now, and we thank him for the extra damage. And it's 1,300 track assistance, so we're in a good position, you know, for our mark of excellence. I'd like to try and pick up another big juicy shot if I possibly can do, or just, you know, get the assistance. But on 900 hit points now, I do have to be somewhat careful. Ori is, you know, he's playing well. He's doing the best he can. He knows that if he pokes, he's going to get shot here. I am going to try and move up though to get to this ridgeline now, just to try and get some more damage out of this game. Again, keep them detected, force them to try and deal with me, and then get the assistance as a reward for it. Ori is coming for me. He wanted to try and kill me, but thankfully, like the Death Star, he gets shot by my teammates and I'm unable to finish him off. There is a Charioteer who's likely to now come behind me on the right hand side, but I can eat a shot of the Charioteer. You know, it's okay. We're going to turn, and you know, even if we eat one, which you get lucky, he bounces us, we might be able to finish him off here, and pick up another shot of damage, which we do, and brings us an end to replay number 2. So how did we get on? Well, we got just shy of 6,000 damage, 4 kills, 2,300 assistance, confirming the ace tanker, putting us closer towards that marks of excellence. So let's move on now to the final replay of the video. Okay, so here we are for the final replay, and of course this is the replay where we achieved the third mark of excellence. It is top tier here. There is one enemy artillery in the game and one enemy light tank to contend with here on Overlord. Now we are in a 2-man platoon again with Davil, this time in his Czech tier 9 heavy tank. Now Overlord, I'm not a massive fan of that map in a TD like this, just because it's going to need to be quite situational. I'm going to need the enemy team to kind of push down this 9-0 line to give me shots. I am in a position to punish them. Davil's already gone over this way. Like, if tanks overextend, I can get shots in. But yeah, it's kind of a little bit situational. I need to be patient and make sure I hit the shots when they present. Now, there is an enemy French light tank. I should be able to land a shot in. Unfortunately, yeah, I fluff it. I actually hit the gun and do no damage on that wheelie boy. So that was a shame. And it also means I miss out on opportunity because I'm on reload to hit that AMX 30 there, unless it decides to poke again. This time I am able to kill the Linux enemy light tank, picking up a kill and 400 damage. We do get detected for it. Remember, artillery is in the game. but so far he's not focusing us, he's focusing on the tanks, which are the immediate threat to him in the sort of E2-3 area. So at least we've got that kill. I'm hoping this AMX-30 may poke, because I can pen his turret, but again, I'm just going to stay patient for the time being. I don't want to move in too close. You know, the game's going at a fairly steady pace at the moment, so I've got the opportunities. Thankfully for me, the AMX-30 does poke, allowing me to get a shot into the side of his turret, picking up our second pen and now over 1,000 damage. So a decent start to the game, considering there's still a lot of tanks left. And again, I say that the pace of the game is going at a decent speed to allow me to get these shots in. But I'm reliant on the enemy team at this stage to sort of give us those shots. But it does look like the enemy heavy tank here is actually crossing. He's going to give us a beautiful shot. We set him on fire as well as high rolling. So that puts us onto 2,000 damage with our second kill. So yeah, that was really good. We're now in a pretty good place for our mark. We only need to try and get another like 3 pens in to sort of go up on our mark of excellence at this stage. So we just need to stay patient. We're still 12 tanks remaining. A full health heavy over there. It looks like an enemy light tank's moving around the right hand side. I'll keep an eye on that. But for the time being, again, I am playing a little bit more like a traditional tank destroyer in this game. I am staying patient, you know, unless this game starts to really crumble where I'm going to have to move in. For the time being, I'm just going to sort of wait this one out, see if we can get a shot into this light tank. I fluffed that shot in the light tank. I should have aimed better. That was never going to hit him. I needed to lead that shot more. But an enemy tier 9 heavy tank N103 has got spotted in a sort of A4 area. I need him to poke high for me to get a shot in. I'm keeping an eye on that, because at the moment I don't want to miss the opportunity to shoot a heavy in their left when he pokes. But also I'm thinking this M103, I have really slim shots, right? I don't have good shots at all, but it's possible I could connect. So I'm just waiting to see if I can line up a shot into him. I'd like to just get another big shot in to put us closer to the 3,000 mark. Because otherwise we might have to start moving in. But it's 9 versus 9. It is still close. Just seeing if we can get a shot into this French light tank. It's not quite possible at the moment. M103's backed right down. Again, I'm not concerned about getting capped out. If anything, I'd love it if he moved into the cap circle, because it'd give me an opportunity to shoot him. But he's moved back slightly, and I might just be able to squeeze a shot into his turret if we're lucky. We wait, we be patient, and we do get a big shot in, putting us close to the 3,000 mark. I don't think he's likely to poke up now, because he's getting full sent by our friendly medium tank. And yeah, it looks like he's probably going to actually lose that fight there. It is an autoloader and he's about to clip him out. So we're going to have to give up on the damage in M103. I think it's at that time again where now I am going to have to move forward if I want to get the damage I need to try and mark the tank. I think I probably needed... I didn't need a lot. I needed like 0.40 at the moment. So it's still doable. There's 6 tanks remaining. But at this point I'm just thinking at least get another full pen in before you get to this stage in the game and sometimes the game starts crumbling. So as we make an advance, I'm very thankful for this heavy tank to peak like that. We get our second fire and puts us onto 3,700 damage. I can now eat a shot on this 704, and I plan to do so in order to just kill the tank. I'll get slightly delayed by a friendly heavy tank ramming us there, but we should still be able to pick up the kill here. He does eat us, as to be expected, but we're able to shut him down and pick up our second kill. Put us under 4,000 damage with 4 kills remaining, 4 enemy tanks remain in this game. Hit points, I was actually still even. We're both on 23%, so that's a good thing for us, because it means these tanks on the enemy team are still pretty healthy. So we're making a full beeline to get to these tanks, because they may decide to run and go down onto the riverbed in the 1-2 area, onto the beach. So I need to get over there. I didn't want to stay where I was, because I didn't want to run the risk of missing out on the damage if they decide to run. Unfortunately, I don't have shots on the Italian tank destroyer, but the artillery is actually still full health, and we may be able to squeeze in a juicy shot into him and hopefully put us on to sort of closer to 5,000 mark. We do get a nice big shot in. We're now going to just move in Artillery does shoot us. We may actually get the finish on him, but I think Davfeld is going to finish him off. And now I'm going to move in and try and kill this enemy TD. But as that happens, we spot a full health Sentry. The Sentry is the one I want right now because he's got all of the hit points, and that's the target I want. Don't quite have the shot, and I'm thinking, right, I thought this Italian TD was going to die, so he didn't. I pick up the kill, which is good, putting us onto 4 kills now. And if we could just land a big shot, then we can probably finish this off. I wish I loaded HE though, because with HE I could one-shot this tank almost. I go for the ram, get a tiny bit of damage, and now, yeah, this game's come to an end. But we have managed to put ourselves onto 6,100 damage. And the 4th kill, and obviously we achieve that 3rd mark of excellence, bring this an end to the video. So we finished that one off with 4 kills, 6,100 damage. We do get the brothers and the high caliber, and that is it. So yeah, thank you so much for your amazing support, and as always, happy tanking.